I have to go do my job. I'm on the clock.
Hello, everybody.
I don't want to block anybody's view.
Hi. Okay. I'm going to be, well, at first I was going to perform comedy, but I've been inspired by all you academics to present my comedy. But first, a couple poems that I wrote. One is in direct response to the race comments that we had yesterday. I wrote it while that discussion was going on. So I just want to read that poem right now. A, B, C, D, E. Now try again. A, B, E, D. Hey, listen. There is no C. How are we going to learn without the C? Well, let's allow the expense of not seeing to get along with foreign and familiar oppressors. All the grains of sand cannot tell me that the ocean was not here first. For throwing out the food on my plate is bad. Eat. But throwing out my mind is much worse and borderline disgusting. Try again. A, B, D. A, B, D. A, B, C, D. Thank you. You know, I watched this Maya Angelou documentary, and she got Tupac and Richard Pryor to stop saying violent words, so I think we can get Jidda to stop saying violent words. What do you guys think? Great. A poem. For every time I say grounded in this poem, Assad and his regime kill a group of civilians by air bombs.
Yes.
So, Mom. Steve, did you eat all the string cheese in the pantry? Steve. No, Mom. I distributed the string cheese for the entire neighborhood. That way, my friends and I can have string cheese. I've been asking my entire life for this. I even had some friends come to your door and ask, "Hey, Mrs. Steve's mom, can we have some string cheese?" You have been collecting string cheese your entire life, even stealing some from my collection of string cheese. Of course I distributed my string cheese fairly to all the neighborhood kids. I even have some for you too. I know that it was too much to just take without your knowledge, but I have been asking for more than a decade, and I am met with being grounded. Mom. Guess what, mister? You are grounded again. Grounded, grounded, grounded. Steve. Please, Mom, stop doing this. I only have a very little left that I took. Mom. Grounded. Steve. I'm begging you, please don't ground me again. It hurts too much. Mom. Grounded, grounded, grounded. Steve. Are you not reasonable? There must be some kind of way to communicate with you. Mom. Grounded. Steve. No more. We are tired. I don't even want any more string cheese. I will just be your son. Mom. Not good enough. Grounded. Steve. No, stop. I am willing to brand myself as a civilian now. Just please stop. Mom. Don't ever do that again, okay? You almost gave me a heart attack. And now some comedy. Like I said, presenting. This is, I'm trying to do some new wave Arab American comedy. I think since this last election, it's made it really easy for bad comics to be successful. So, this is what I'm gonna say. My name is Raphique. I like RAWI. Nobody yells at me at RAWI. Nobody tells me what to wear. Nobody attacks me about who I'm going to marry. It's great to be in Texas too. I'm staying at an Airbnb Habibi. They're not all that cheesy. I almost got whitewashed where I'm from in California. Forces have tried to anglicize my very being like that European heartthrob Aladdin. So I can falter at times, but if you can't accept me at my Aladdin, you don't deserve me at my Rafiki. As an Arab American Syrian, when I hear about catastrophes like Aleppo and Eastern Ghouta, my body can't contain all the feelings needed. I'm forced to hate Bashar al-Assad and Jared Fogle, the subway guy and convicted child molester, evenly. Like, fuck you, Bashar, but fuck you too, Jared. If you're going to consider pedophilia, start with your inner child, you sick fuck. I don't need compassionate moments to cope with some mourning I may feel. Like, I don't need anyone to go, I feel for you, bro. Like, I don't like when people think for me. Why would I like if they feel for me? Feeling for me or against me, either way, I'm being felt up, and I didn't allow this to happen. So, yeah. My hometown doesn't understand an immigrant's journey unless they have studied in college. My dad and I were shopping at a Costco, and there was some confusion at the register. So I skeptically asked the cashier, do you have a master's in Middle Eastern studies? And he said, no, but I speak Arabic. And I said, doesn't matter, go study, we're leaving.
Shit.
This is what you're getting, sorry. This summer, they have an ice rink over here in Houston. This summer at the Bella Reeve Ice Rink in Houston, they'll be doing Pepsi on Ice. I'm writing a musical about a child refugee coming to America and buying a Pepsi bottle, and Pepsi marketers realizing that refugee purchases are going up, so they start voting to let refugees come to America. And I'm calling it Pepsi on ISIS. It's like Drake on one, or terrorism on capitalism, or Milo Yiannopoulos on cocaine.
What the fuck?
Dictators say some people are more important than others. Dictators can look at a person and decide if they have human rights. Dictators and terrorists are different, but they're like different like strippers and hookers are different. Like, one will take your money, grab your hard gun, and do a dance around your questions, and the other will fuck you financially and drown you on your way to Europe. So don't get them twisted. I don't want to see Jennifer Lawrence in a movie again. We should pay actors and actresses more for movies because it's hard to emote feelings when you're white. Anyways, coincidentally, this is the same reason that we should pay the military less. I know bringing up the military seems unsolicited, but when has the military ever requested?
Ooh.
This is my new wave Arab American comedy I'm trying out. Thank you. Yeah, but, you know, being Syrian and in my hometown, people know I'm Syrian, so they go, hey, Rafi, Syria's getting a lot of recognition. That's kind of the icebreaker. And it's fine, I'm good. I'll tell you what I think about it. I support the revolution, but I'm not, like, into the results, you know? No one ever wants to hear more, either. It's only a matter of time before the conversation gets saturated into a fun fact, you know? Like, oh, did you know in France they call French fries fries? To which I respond, oh, did you know that to me a dysfunctional childhood will remain my childhood?
Well,
See, that's why I went to RAWI. I want to be around people on my level, that's all.
oh my god, there's a shot.
A few more. Some want to be friends in my hometown, which really means they want me to be their friends. But when I want to be friends, I say, we ought to hang out. Then they'd say, you can't spell ought without the Ottoman Empire. I'm like, damn, you're intelligent diss. Can't spell ought without the Ottoman Empire. My Muslim friend, Kat Nijmadeen, she's a graphic design artist, and one day she gifted me one of her pins that had Milhouse from The Simpsons on it saying, be rad. And I wear this pin, but one day it fell off of my shirt and landed on a couch cushion. I went to pick it up, but the force of my finger hit the cushion first, which bounced the pin upward and caused the pin to rotate to the pin needle side and pierced my skin and struck blood. So then a strange thought occurred to me. Could this Muslim woman be an enemy to me since her art inflicted pain into my skin? Or is she someone whose pain I can understand through art? Did you know Pentel Oil Pastels Anagram is Stole Palestine LP? An album that I needed to listen to. Is this what Henry Schindler was trying to tell us with the invention of oil pastels by Picasso's recommendation in 1947? I don't know. Look, guys, I want peace. My favorite genre of music is British punk reggae. It's like, I think peace, I like it, whatever. I think peace is a reason why Dennis Rodman was going to North Korea and having breakfast with their dictator. I take sports players to eat breakfast overseas so LeBron can pass the Lebanon in Lebanon. I do that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk more about dictators. The idea of a dictator clinging to power and not stepping down unless defeated by an entire world army influences war, which increases domestic manufacturing, which is why capitalizing perpetuates problems all over the world. A non-capitalistic conversation is way more confrontational. Like, I'm saying a lot of mean stuff, but am I trying to sell you something immediately after? How this conversation makes you feel? No, I'm not. I'm not over here like, what's happening in Syria is not normal, but you know what is normal? Sesame seed buns with a charbroiled patty and your choice of sides. Palestine only gets 5 hours of electricity a day, and it's sad, but America gets 1 hour of happiness here. Happy hour, come in and get drunk. Try our new shake-proof pop. After shaking this, even an Arab can't blow this up. Hold on real quick. The bottle is forcing the carbon dioxide to be a liquid and not a gas, so if I shake it, I'm only forcing the bottle to change form, causing it to blow even when it wouldn't have originally if I didn't shake the bottle. Sometimes I have to weigh the capital credibility with all the laws of physics and sociology, so yeah. I have people who are friends with me because you've never done something like 9/11. Like, I'm not supposed to commit atrocities, Habibi. We grew up here and we were brainwashed with seductive capitalistic tactics and evangelist violent persuasion. Evangelists don't care about Jews or Muslims. They're so violent. How violent are they? They're so violent that the only way... Oh, did you want to say it? I heard someone say it. You guys want to go... Evangelists are so violent.
How violent are they?
They're so violent that the only way they can imagine heaven is by bringing a rapture. And you'll see it in commercials. To continue the advancement of worshiping Jesus Christ, send $10 to the United States Navy. Big sister, little nipples. 1-800-US Navy. That's 1-800-US Navy. See, they try and like add things and you're like, what? Why did I even join? What persuaded me to join? But yeah, Jesus and Bin Laden shouldn't be the main Arabs. Diversity in the workplace is good, but diversity in consciousness is better. Like, people in my hometown talk about the resurrection of Jesus Christ and 9/11, but they never talk about the erection of Jesus Christ, or when the towers were first erected. I was 11 when I thought the church in my hometown was talking about the erection of Jesus Christ. It was the only time I felt comfortable in a church crowd with a boner. Cool. Video games are becoming more and more technologically advanced. One day, they will be so advanced that you're going to be able to buy a game like Grand Theft Auto Eastern Gouda. And in the supposed care package there will just be a chemical gas and a handgun. Like, what system is this for? Xbox One? Or an oppressive system? I think it's an oppressive system. Like, the video game Call of Duty is going to Egypt, which means in 15 years the United States Army is going to Egypt. Gee, I wonder if violent video games cause aggressive behavior, or aggressive behavior causes violent video games in the first place. If we're making all these technological advancements, we should be making mentological advancements, right, guys? Right?
Right.
Like, here's a mentological advancement. Are you really a conservative if you send 120 Tomahawk missiles into the oldest city in the world? So, I wouldn't play Call of Duty Egypt. Get rid of the title and the project. I'm not buying it. I bought into Pokemon trading cards. See my segues here? I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done. I bought into Pokemon trading cards, and my dad would supervise card battle competitions with the neighbors. I traded a card to our neighbor Sean, and I actually didn't want it traded. I got carried away because, in hindsight, I could see that I lost a Blastoise for a Charizard. I told my dad, so Dad went to get our Blastoise back, and he had to talk to Sean's dad. And Sean's dad does pest control. And, get it? And that was the best thing he's ever done. And he's driven me to school and fed me my whole life. Like, he won't hug me or anything, but he will get a Pokemon card back for me. And that's the kind of father I want, yeah. All right, I have a last joke.
So sad, bro.
That was back when I was uncircumcised. I'm circumcised now. Here, I'll just...
I love you, Raphique.
I had to get an adult circumcision when I was 21. I went in for a normal checkup, and he was like, all right, like, drop your pants, and I did. He's a doctor. And he was like, well, you have to get circumcised. And I was like, oh, what? That's interesting. Why? And he's like, well, there's these adhesions that are wrapped around the head of your penis, and they need to be removed. And I was like, well, do I have any options? And he said, you have 3. The first one was this lotion where gradually you would just have to pull the foreskin back. I'm telling you a medical story, just FYI. This was my life for a sec. It's a medical story. This is a medical story. And you know, I tried the cream, and I didn't work. So I was like, you know what? What's option 2? And he was like, okay, you don't necessarily get fully circumcised. What we'll do is cut the sides of your penis and remove the adhesion and then sew it back up. And I was like, okay, let's do that one, because I want to stay uncircumcised. So then we did that, and I was like, oh, I don't like how this looks. Like, this does not look good at all. So I got I got 2 circumcisions, sorry. So I got a second circumcision after that, like a month later. And the last thing I saw before my eyes, before they put me under at the urologist, was like my friend's aunt, because she worked there. And I was like, oh no, people are gonna know. And then I passed out, and my penis changed. Okay, thank you guys so much. My name's Raphique Barakat.
I love this kid, man.